After almost 2 years, look who's back, the Huawei Mate series with its brand new Mate 50 Pro. I have it here right now and I want to do an unboxing and first look. So let's get started. So here we have the Huawei Mate 50 Pro box and it looks just like nothing has changed, just the 40 to 50, that's basically it. No, there's something new. Powered by Harmony OS, as you can see here. So this is, the Chinese variant. Huawei logo here on the side and Huawei Mate 50 Pro as well on the other side. So thanks for that. This is the black variant. I wanted to get the orange variant, but sadly it was already sold out. And as you might have known, my first initial order of the orange variant did not arrive. So that's the black variant of this phone. Oh, it feels not too heavy. And what do we have here? We have, of course, like a customer warranty and service card, I think it is here, for the Mate 50 Pro, as well as information on how to get applications via the Huawei app gallery. Very cool that they now print this on the box itself, how to get the SIM out with the SIM eject tool that is probably hiding somewhere. And we get some warranty cards and warranty information, as well as the case. So usually it should not stick here, but it's sticking here right now. So we have a nice clear case, or some would call it condom case, that you can put on your phone if you want to. A nice initial option to protect your device. Here's the SIM eject tool, of course. And we have, of course, a charger on board. This is a Chinese plug and a 66 watt charger, so we have the same speed as with the P50 Pro. And of course we have a USB A to C adapter here as well, that you can see, and that's basically it in the box. There's no headphones, nothing else, but I'm glad that we have a charger and we have a case, which is pretty interesting because others don't ship this. So let's get it unwrapped here out of this wrap. And there we have the gorgeous black version of the Huawei Mate 50 Pro. Huawei logo, nothing else here, very clean back. We have the new camera bump here. It looks a little bit big with individual lenses on the bump, protruding a little bit further. And then we have the new ultra aperture cinema camera, as it's written there. Not sure if you can read it. And here LED flash and some other sensors as well. This is only a sensor. Then we have a 50 megapixel main. We have a periscope zoom 64 megapixels and I think a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle as well. The notch is not as big as you might think or saw on the pictures. It feels nice in the hand. It reminds me a little bit of the Mate 20 Pro that I had only shortly in my hands. But the compactness, I think, is a slightly edged screen, as you can see here. So it's not as those 88 or 90 degrees almost screen on the predecessor. So this is nice. So this is why it reminds me of the Mate 20 series, Mate 20 Pro series especially. So this is a homage probably for the Mate 20 Pro. And we have the red accent power button again there, as you can see, as well as the volume rocker. And I can reach the power button and the volume down. Volume up is a bit harder with my left, and with the right hand definitely the power button and the volume down button. I have to change my position to get to the volume up button. Otherwise, on the bottom we have the SIM. I think it has a dual SIM. It has also as well the possibility to insert a nano memory card for sure. A USB type C 3.1 I think, or 3.2. So the latest and greatest, very nice and speedy. We have a loudspeaker here. We have no second loudspeaker here, but we have a loudspeaker here integrated as an earpiece, and this also doubles as a stereo setup, of course. Then on the top we have, I think, an IR blaster here and a microphone here, because this looks like an IR blaster here and a microphone there. Of course there's a microphone here as well there. And then like I said, the power button and volume rocker. Nothing on this side here. And that's it basically. Running out of the box with HarmonyOS 3.0 in this case. The global European version will be running with EmotionUI 13, which is like a stripped down or a version based on HarmonyOS, but not with all the features of HarmonyOS 3.0. Here you can see it is already ready to go. Probably started already and removed some of the tools and installed some tools from Trading Shenzhen gladly. So we have Play Store here, which is interesting. So probably they try to install the Play Store, but it's not going to work. We have DRM info here, which is pretty nice. So yeah, everything is set up into German because I'm in Germany right now, but we have white wine level 1 here, so you can expect at one point to play back Netflix and other things as well. So yeah, white wine level 1. I have to check this out still, as it's the first boot, as you saw. Safety net status, of course, should fail because first of all, we don't have network here right now. But second of all, yeah, of course, Play Store. I don't know why they try to install the Play Store. It's not going to work, so I'm not sure why they did that. Anyways, we have some updates here as well. And this is really HarmonyOS 3.0. Let's check it out. Go to System and Software, and we have also an update available, Wi-Fi later. Let's check out. This is the update version is 3.00127, and I have already here installed 3.00119. So yeah, definitely will install the update and we'll check out the operating system. You can see also the notch. Maybe I'll open up a white background or semi-white background. You can see the notch is not so protruding like it was in previous versions. I will probably show you also a notch from the Mate 30 Pro to compare it with this one here. And yeah, the device feels nice and smooth so far. One-handed usage should be possible without any issue. I think what I can show you is the case. Has nice animations, of course. Let's put the included case in. Some dust all over the screen protector. It doesn't matter. Let's take a look at the case. You can see the case is protecting the camera bump here. So it is protruding over the lenses. It is slightly protecting the screen as well. We have a screen protector, but yeah, the edges here are hovering over the screen, so I can put it like this. And when I move it around, it is moving on the screen protector. So it is still collecting the dust, as you can see here, from my table, even though I de-dusted it. De-dusting, is this a word? I just invented one. What we will try out is, of course, the camera. And let's see how this will look like. So this is a dim lit situation, but nevertheless a front-facing camera video test on the new Mate 50 Pro using the front-facing 13 megapixel shooter. Here I can switch between 0.8, 1 times zoom and ultra wide angle, which looks like this. How is stabilization here? 4K 30 what I'm recording, and let's switch to the backside camera. So now we have the backside camera. I don't have an external microphone attached, but I hope that this microphone that I see here on the very large camera bump is picking up my voice pretty nicely. And yeah, this is the main camera. Did not much change from the Huawei P50 Pro, but it has now an aperture that can change if you want to change it. I'm not sure if it works for video. Let's check it out. I don't see any video controls here, but I can go to the ultra wide angle. And this is now the ultra wide angle that you can see here on the Huawei Mate 50 Pro. Of course, I will do a dedicated video test where I will show all of the features of this camera, as well as some advantages and disadvantages eventually against the P50 Pro. Let's check some basic data here. Storage data, for example, we have roughly 23 gigabytes used of 256. Of course, I updated now the system to the latest and greatest version. This could eat up a little bit more here. And Trading Shenzhen installed a few applications. So maybe roughly, just have in your mind, roughly 20 gigabytes are used up by the system already. Otherwise, what do we have in other terms here? In terms of battery, for example, 4700 milliampere hours, 8 gigabytes of RAM, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, the 4G version, as Huawei doesn't have access to the 5G technology from Qualcomm. And here you can see all the specifications. The screen is 6.7 inch, so not 6.67 as I said before, so it's a bit bigger than I anticipated, but it doesn't feel as big and heavy as, for example, Magic 4 Ultimate or something like this, which is pretty interesting. We have the camera system, like I told you, 50 megapixels, 64 megapixels and 13 megapixels and 13 megapixels on the front. This, however, doesn't have autofocus. Fast charging, 66 watt, but also fast wireless charging, so I can also put it here on this Honor stand that I have in the background, and it will use wireless charging, quick wireless charging probably as well. Let's get it off and I put it here to the front so you can see it. Wireless charging up to 50 watts it should support, and it should be the same technology. So yes, max 50 watt wireless charging, as you can see here. So it's still interchangeable with Honor technology, which I also like. So this will quickly charge it. I think it's okay. Let's listen to the sound quality of this device and its front-facing speakers. Facing speaker and the other one down for a speaker. I think the speakers are pretty okay and pretty loud as well, and they have a decent amount of bass, and I think the highs are also okay. Definitely not like oversteering speakers that are overdriving or something like this. It's just a good sound. I heard better already, but it is pretty good. HarmonyOS 3.0 is running pretty smooth, and it is a good experience, especially the new fluid animations I like very, very much. And also in terms of benchmarks, it is pretty fine. As you can see here, I downloaded the profile that I had on my P50 Pro via phone clone. I cloned it on this device, so all my apps and configurations are now there, besides the background, because I did not transfer over the photos. Let's check out the benchmark here. We have Antutu benchmark here that I run on the device, and the score is 1,005,835. So this is, I think, pretty cool. We can check out the details here, CPU, GPU, memory and UX, and we can also check out the battery and the temperature. So we have a 3% raise in temperature and the battery went down 5%. I think this is pretty okay for this kind of device. And the other thing that we can check out is streaming services, just like, for example, Prime Video should work fine. I have HD quality here on Prime Video, as you can see here, watching the newest Star Trek Lower Decks in HD. What is not working fine, however, is HD support for Netflix. Here we can see that we only have L3 level instead of L1. This is something that probably, when the device will arrive in more global markets, that will change, hopefully. Netflix, if you're listening here, this device, the Mate 50 Pro, has L1, so please put it on the whitelist here. Otherwise, like I said, the device runs very fluid and almost everything is working fine on the HarmonyOS 3. I had an issue with DAVx5 that did not sync up my calendars. This is an issue that HarmonyOS already fixed in a later iteration, and it will be rolling out to beta users and also the Mate 50 Pro pretty soon. Meanwhile, I got an update from thanks for this, the DAVx5 developers that gave me the beta version that has already a fix for DAVx. So even if you don't get the newest HarmonyOS version so quickly, the newest DAVx5 4.2.4 should have a fix available for HarmonyOS 3.0 that will also synchronize your calendars. Otherwise, everything else is running. I have also some, you can see here, G-Space also got copied over from my P50 Pro, so I can just go here in the YouTube app, for example. I loaded in the background already once. And here, by the way, hands up for the Autodoktoren. If you're interested in cars and can speak German, this is one of the best channels for repairing cars and what you can encounter when repairing cars. So very nice channel indeed. Otherwise, yeah, the system is running fine. I think the Android version here that it supports for Android applications should be Android 12, if I'm not completely mistaken. Let me check out the system apps. We have here AIDA64, which is an Android app, and therefore showing me the Android runtime here. An update is available. I don't want this right now. Android, and yeah, it's version 12 snow cone that this supports, so you can run Android 12 versions here, and most of the apps that you see here are Android applications. Otherwise, yeah, the device is running fine. The cameras are good. I would say it's not a real big upgrade for the Mate 40 series for some, especially as the Cine lens is not there anymore, and it's more like the same camera setup from the P50 Pro. But I will do a dedicated video where I compare the P50 Pro against the Mate 50 Pro, and of course I will also compare the Mate 40 Pro against the Mate 50 Pro to make everything fair and square to see which one is better. Otherwise, yeah, the device is running fine. The notch is not so protruding as I would think, but it has some changes. You can see here already that the battery icon indicator is only indicating the percentages inside of the battery, because you cannot do it outside like here. When I swipe down, it is shown here. If I go to settings and go to battery, you can see here next to battery icon and then swipe down only, so you cannot set it up to be directly next to the battery. And this has something to do simply with the notch taking so much space away that, yeah, sometimes it's getting a bit cramped up here at the top. And yeah, this is one of the downsides, I would say. So I'm not sure why Huawei was going back to this design. Maybe it has some technical reasons, but I have to say, yeah, it's something that you have to like. Otherwise, it's looking a little bit old and dated. And not only this, I think, yeah, it's a real problem for the icons here. And I think they solved it very, very good on the Mate 40 Pro and also on the P50 Pro. Yeah, we have to live with this. Otherwise, yeah, it's a good device. I like it. It feels not so big in the hand as I would fear, as the 6.7 inch would indicate. The main thing is, like, it's not a big upgrade, I feel, for the P50 Pro. So especially if you have the P50 Pro Kirin version from China, then probably this is not a good upgrade. Otherwise, if you have a Mate 40 Pro series device, like Mate 40 Pro or Mate 40 Pro Porsche RS edition, think about it and wait until I have my camera comparison done. Otherwise, yeah, 120 Hertz display, I think, is the main upgrade, with, I think, a bit of brighter display as well. So it can get really, really bright, as you can see here, brighter even than the camera can adjust to. Otherwise, yeah, that's it for my unboxing and first look of the Huawei Mate 50 Pro. If you have some questions, just write them down there in the comment section. Give a like, share and subscribe. I will, like I said, do some more camera comparisons. This one here also with the Xiaomi 12S Ultra, with the Xperia Pro I, Xperia 1 Mark IV, 5 Mark IV, and some other devices that I can find here in my shelf that I can test this camera against it. A good device. HarmonyOS 3.0 needs a little bit of like tweaking here, but it's running very, very fluid. That's it. Until the next time. Bye.